What's up, YouTube? This is Kim, and I'm here to do the physical cash stuffing for wrapping up the month of January and starting February. So I want to say thanks so much for bearing with me last week because I really didn't feel well at all. So I just thank you for bearing with me through that. And I'm just glad to be here this week. So just as a disclaimer, before I get started, I've already logged everything in my savings workbook and on my balance sheets within each envelope in the binders. So I just noticed that it was kind of hard to see my login on camera. So I just decided not to bore you with watching me write things that you can't even see. So yeah, I've already done that part. And I know also that I mentioned last week that I might move some funds around if I had any monies left over in my sinking funds envelopes. But I've decided that for now, I'm going to just leave things as they are and move money as needed in the event that any unexpected things pop up this month. So I'm just going to try to handle things like that for now. I'd rather leave the money where it is rather than move it and then end up having to move it again. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave things like they are. But let's go ahead and get started with the stuffing. So I'm going to start with my emergency funds binder, which is this one here. And I've got a total of $600 to assign. I've already done my digital cash stuffing or assignments, so I kind of know where I'm putting everything. But for mortgage this month, I'm going to go ahead and add $100 to that one. So 20, 40, 60, 80, and 1. Count that one more time. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. And like I said, I've already added or written on the card. So I had 20. So I have 120 here in mortgage. Kind of making up for not putting much in there last month. Utilities, I'll be adding 90. So I've got 10 and I'm adding 20, 40, 60, 80, and 10 is 90. So that gives me 100 for utilities. And next up is school. I don't have any big plans for any kind of classes or anything, but I had 10 in there for last month. I'm just going to go ahead and add an additional 10 just because I want to stay consistent with putting something towards the category. No plans though. Next up is insurance. So for my car insurance, I put 10 in there last month. I still have that same 10 and I'm going to be adding 10 to this month. Now, again, this is my emergency fund binder, so I shouldn't be touching these amounts at all unless an emergency comes up. So all of these amounts should be in here each month that I check in and add to them. For car payment, I only put 5 in there last month and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add an additional 5. So that gives me 10. Okay. For car maintenance, I added 15 last month. I'm going to do the same thing this month and add 15 again. So 10 and 5. That gives me $30. 10, 20, 25, and 30. For vet, for my poochies, I'm going to go ahead. I put 20 in there last month. I'm going to add the same 20 this month. So that will give me 40. And again, I've already updated my balance sheets here, so they reflect the correct amounts. So that is the emergency fund binder. Now on to my sinking funds binder. And for my sinking funds, this is the one that I'm leaving the funds there right now, and I'll move them as I need to if I need to. So for household, last month I added $10 to that envelope. I did not spend that $10, so I still have it, and I'm adding an additional 10, so I'll have 20 available to spend. I do anticipate needing to spend a little bit of the household funds on laundry detergent, dishwashing liquid or something, so at least I've got $20 available for me this month if I need it. For groceries, last week, I did not touch a dime in this envelope. So that's 53 cents that's still in there. And then I've got 50, 70, 85. So I've got 85 left over. And I'm adding my 50 for the week. So 20, 40, 50. I'll put these in order. So I should have 135, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 135. So I've got $135 to spend on groceries this week should I need it. Dining out, I had 20. I did not touch that. I'm going to add an additional 20. That gives me 40 for dining out for the month of February should I decide to do something for myself. My birthday is coming up, but who knows? I may treat myself to something. I don't have any plans on doing anything else major, so we'll see. For gas, I went over a little bit, so I put a $30 cushion in there last month, and I ended up going over by $27. So last week, so I gave myself the $25 allowance plus what I already had in there. So I started off the week with $57, but I ended up, like I say, going over. So because I went over, I'm just gonna I'm just going to take this 5 that I have left and add to it. So I'm going to do my $25 that I give myself for each week, but I'm also going to add an additional 30. Okay. So at this point I have 60, right? 20, 40, 50, 55, and 60. Okay. So I've got $60 to spend this week should I need to put gas in the car. For birthdays, I had the $10 left over from what I added last month. I'm going to add an additional 10. That gives me $20 to spend for birthdays. Shopping, I had 5 in the envelope, and I'm going to be adding an additional 5. Amazon, I had 5. I'm going to add an additional 5. I'm running low on 5s here, y'all. So that gives me 10 there. And for Target, I also had 5. I'm going to add an additional 5. You know what? I'm going to take this 5 and swap it out for a 10. I hope that works out for me. So I've got 10 for Target. All right, last but not least are my savings challenges. And I have, again, already added the amounts to my savings challenge workbook. So for my 52-week savings challenge, I'm going to scoot this out of the way for now. For my 52-week savings challenge, I'm doing it in reverse. So I've got the amounts, and I don't know if you can see that here, but I've got the amounts kind of upside down going up to week 1. So I've added $48 for this week, $10 for my $10 weekly savings challenge, which is going to put me at $50. I've got my penny challenge amounts already checked off. I'm going to be putting $2 in there this week. And for my 50-week savings challenge, I'm going to be adding $20. So I've already written that. I'm going to be adding $20 to my I Deserve the World savings challenge, $20 to my generational wealth savings challenge, $30 because that's the amount that Alexa chose for me for this week in my digital stuffing video. So I'm going to be adding $30 for that one, and $20 for the Pampering Ain't Easy, and then also $20 for the Just Between Friends. So I've already logged everything here in my savings challenge workbook, again, just to save some time and keep you from watching me having to watch me write that stuff. So I'm going to end up with $250 in the 52-week savings challenge envelope. This week, again, I'm adding $48. So 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, and 48. And I'm going to try to put these bills in some type of order. And count. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 250. I've got $2.50 for my 52-week savings challenge. It actually feels really comfortable doing this in reverse. I think I would probably be stressing a little bit more if I tried to do it the regular way and had to do the larger amounts at the end of the year. So it almost feels better to me doing it this way. For my $10 savings challenge, I have 40. I changed the bills out, so I have 40. I'm adding a 10. I'm hoping I have enough to be able to do all of this, y'all, as far as the breakdown is concerned. For my penny challenge, I'm adding $2. So I've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. I've got exactly $2. That's that one. I'm skipping the nickel challenge and the 100 envelope savings challenge, going straight to the 50-week Christmas savings challenge. And for that one, it says that I should be adding 20. I've got 10, so I'm going to add a 20. For the I Deserve the World savings challenge, I had 10 and I need to add a 20. That gives me 30 there. That's my traveling savings. For the Generational Wealth savings challenge, this one I'm supposed to be adding, I have 13, 1, 2, 3, and 10 is 13. I'm going to be adding 20, so that gives me $33 for the Generational Wealth Savings Challenge. At some point, I'm actually going to be investing this, but I haven't decided when. So for right now, I'll just have it as savings. My Ask Alexa Savings Challenge, she selected the random number of 30. So I'm going to be adding a 20 and a 10, which gives me 40 in this envelope, I hope. Well, I guess I do. I think I only have 2 or 3 more envelopes of stuff. So 1, 2, and each one of these are going to be 20. So I should be okay. Oh, I was nervous there. So I've got 10 in my Pampering Ain't Easy, and I'm going to be adding a 20, which gives me 30 in that one. I was nervous I wasn't going to have the proper bill breakdown. And for the Just Between Friends, I've got 10. I'm going to be adding this 20, which is 30. So, I made it through that. So that's $600 stuffed. Dropped my book. That's $600 stuffed in the 3 envelopes, or 3 binders rather. And so yeah, I've got everything assigned, and this is a total right now of $1,145.53. Of course, this binder here, my emergency funds binder, is going to remain the same for sure. My savings challenge binder should remain the same. I should not have to touch that unless for some reason an emergency comes up, and then I would end up touching the emergency binder first. And then, of course, my sinking funds binder is the one that I do normally at least spend potentially out of food or groceries, rather, the grocery category and the gas category. And I'll spend out of the other categories as needed. But for the month of January, I did pretty great. So anyway, that's where I stand so far for beginning February, ending January, beginning February. So $1,100, almost $1,150. Not so bad, huh? I said in my last video, I'm patting myself on the back, and I am. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Give me a like, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing you all next week. And hopefully, I don't know how many of you are where I am, but it looks like the weather's supposed to be bad. So if it does get bad, stay safe. Bye.